students, welcome to Study of Science. Students, in the previous session, I have completed explaining the functional group alcohol, aldehyde, carboxylic acid as well as ketone. In this session, now I am going to explain the next functional group, that is halogen. So the example for the halogen are chlorine, bromine as well as the iodine. Now let us understand the properties of the halogen group. As we have understood the properties of alcohol, aldehyde, carboxylic acid and ketone, now let us understand the properties of the functional group halogen. We have understood that few functional groups, they occur at the end, whereas few, they occur in between. Now when I talk about the halogen, they always occurs at the end. They always occurs at the end. Looking at their general formula, the general formula for the halogen is Rx. The general formula is Rx, where R is the alkyl, and X is the halogen. I repeat, the general formula is Rx, where R is the alkyl and X is the halogen. What is alkyl? By now you all have an idea that what is alkyl. Alkyl is the group which is formed by the removal of one hydrogen. By removing one hydrogen from alkane, we get alkyl. We all know this, right? So the general formula is Rx, where R is the alkyl and X is the halogen. Which are the halogens here? Chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, here are some of the examples for the halogen, that is CH3Cl, C2H5Cl, C3H7Cl. If you observe here, CH3 is, again it is alkyl, and our Cl is the halo group. C2H5 again, this is also alkyl and it is halo group. Again C3H7, this is also alkyl and Cl is our halo group. Correct? Because in all these cases, one hydrogen is removed. This is methane. By removing one hydrogen, it became methyl. Correct? This is ethane. By removing one hydrogen, it became ethyl. This is propane. By removing one hydrogen, it became propyl. Right? All these are alkyl group. They are alkyl group and it get attached with halogen group. Okay? Some more examples I will write. So as I have attached the chlorine halogen group, we can also write few more examples. That is, I can attach now bromine group, that is CH3Br, then C2H5Br, then C3H7Br. I can write like this. Okay. So you can also take another example by attaching the iodine. Write CH3I, C2H5I, then C3H7I. Okay. So this is how we write the examples for the halogen group. I will teach you the naming part when I am teaching the IUPAC naming. Okay. So now the next property is, these halogens can be prepared. These halogens can be prepared by removing one hydrogen. When we remove one hydrogen atom from the alkane and when we replace it by hydrogen, we get haloalkanes. Very important. See, when we remove one hydrogen atom in alkanes, see, look at this. This is our alkane. This is CH4, right? So this is the molecular formula. This is the structural formula. This is our alkane. So by removing one hydrogen from this alkane, let me write this again. See, as we have alkane, that is C, that is one carbon atom getting attached with the 4 hydrogen. So now I am going to remove one hydrogen. This hydrogen part I am going to remove. As already I have 4 hydrogen in the alkane, by removing one hydrogen, okay, I am going to attach the halogen for this part. The halogens may be the chlorine or the bromine or maybe the iodine. Okay, I repeat once again, how the halogens can be prepared? It can be prepared by removing one hydrogen from the alkanes. Okay, see, here is our alkane. From alkane, I have removed one hydrogen and I have attached the halogen group. So now I got the haloalkane group. Clear? So haloalkane groups are being formed by removing the one hydrogen from the alkanes. Okay, so now as we know that alcohol, aldehyde, carboxylic acid and ketones, they forms the homologous series. Here our functional group halogen also forms the homologous series. They also forms the homologous series. You know what is homologous series? You can, when we look at the homologous series, we can see that there is difference of CH2 group in the succeeding member, right? See, for example, see CH3Cl and C2H5Cl. When we observe here, there is one carbon atom difference and two hydrogen atom difference. C2H5 and C3H7, when we look at here, again one carbon atom and two hydrogen atom difference. There is difference of CH2 in the succeeding member. Hence, halogen also forms the homologous series when we write it in the order. And all these homologous series, they have the similar chemical properties. They have the similar chemical properties. So where does the functional group halogen occur? It occurs at the end. It occurs at the end, right? What is the general formula? General formula is Rx, where R is the alkyl group and X is the halogen group. Here I thought some of the halogens like chlorine, bromine and iodine. Correct? So some of the examples we have seen CH3Cl, C2H5Cl, C3H7Cl, where the first part is the alkyl and the second part is the halogen group. Correct? And how do we get the haloalkanes? By removing one hydrogen from the alkanes, we get the haloalkanes. Here I have shown. Here is our alkane group. By removing one hydrogen, I am going to replace the halogen group. So then I got the haloalkane group. And these halogen group, they also forms the homologous series. They forms the homologous series when we write it in the order. And they have the similar chemical properties. Their chemical properties are same. Clear? So now let us understand the IUPAC naming of the functional group halogen. So here is our functional group halogen again. We are going to understand about the IUPAC naming, that is the IUPAC nomenclature. So chlorine, bromine and iodine, again they are the halogen group, they are the halo group. Haloalkanes are formed or named after the parent alkanes. They are named after the parent alkanes by using the prefix. Very important. This prefix is very important. See, we have seen the suffixes in the previous functional group, but here we are finding the prefix. Okay. How do we write this prefix? See, haloalkanes are named after the parent alkanes by using the prefix to show the presence of halo group. Why do we use the prefix? We use this prefix to show the halo group. To show the halo group, we are using the prefix. Okay. Some of the prefixes are, as we have Cl, it is called as chloro. Then Br called as bromo. I, it is called as iodo. It is called as iodo. Clear? So now, here are some of the examples which comes under halogen group. Okay. So now I will teach you how to write the IUPAC naming for these examples. Okay. As I told you that we are using the prefixes. We are using the prefixes, not the suffixes. Pre means it comes first. Suffix means it comes at the last. Okay. So now, let us start writing the IUPAC naming. So, how do we write the IUPAC naming? What is the base to write the IUPAC naming? Students, you have to understand, to write the IUPAC name, first you have to look at the functional group. So here our functional group is easily rectified because they are all halogens. Our functional group is halogen, right? So by looking at the functional group, first we have to write the prefix. What is the prefix here? See, this functional group is chlorine. So prefix is Cl, means it is chloro. CHLORO, it is chloro. Okay. And then we have to look at the number of carbon atoms present in the formula. How many carbon atoms are present? 1. 1 means it is meth. So it is methane. It is chloromethane. It is chloromethane. Next, coming to the next, look at the functional group. So functional group has to be written as prefix. So Br means it is bromo. It is bromo. So how many carbon atoms are there again? It is one carbon atom. So it is methane. So it is bromomethane. Then look at the functional group. It is iodo. It is iodo. And how many carbon atoms are there? One carbon atom. So it is methane. Okay. It is iodomethane. So once again I repeat. How do you write the IUPAC naming for the halogen group? First you have to look at the functional group. We can easily identify the functional group present in this molecular formula. Okay. So after identifying the functional group, we have to look for the number of carbon atoms in this molecular formula. How many carbon atoms are present here? In each molecular formula, there is one carbon atom, that is here in this group. There is one carbon atom. So it is methane. One means it is meth. So it is methane. Okay. Now let's name for some other halogen groups. Okay. So here I have the functional group Cl. Again, we have to write it as prefix, right? What is the prefix here? It is chloro. It is chloro. And how many carbon atoms are present here? There are two carbon atoms. Two means it is eth. So it is ethane. Chloroethane. Then moving to the next, what is the functional group? Br. That means it is bromo. It is bromo. How many carbon atoms are present? There are two carbon atoms. Again, it is ethane. Moving to the next, I. I means it is iodo. How many carbon atoms are there? There are two carbon atoms and again it is ethane. Okay. Chloroethane, bromoethane, iodoethane. So moving to few more examples which comes under halogen group, C3H7Cl. So you have to look at the functional group. It is Cl. So we have to write it as prefix. Cl means it is chloro. It is chloro. How many carbon atoms are present? 3 carbon atoms are present. It is prop. So it is propane. So it is propane, chloropropane. Then what is the next functional group here? It is bromo. It is bromo. Then how many carbon atoms are there? 3. Again prop. It is propane. It is bromopropane. Then moving to the next functional group, it is iodo. So how many carbon atoms are there? There are 3 carbon atoms. It is again propane. So chloropropane, bromopropane, iodopropane. You can continue writing the next member. Okay. This is how we write the name for the halogen group. This is how we write the IUPAC nomenclature for the group halogen. Okay. I hope I made very clear about the halogen group. If you like this video, you can share with your friends, and if you have not subscribed to my channel till now, kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell notification. And that's all for this session. I'm signing off. Thank you.